They can say it all sounds crazy.
This song, this show, this entire soundtrack should be the soundtrack to every single video I post from here on out. Because, one, I put on one hell of a show back in December of last year, 2020. To this soundtrack, so my neighbors are being loud at night, and like I'm not gonna complain. I guess you could call it a little more passive aggressive, but passive assertive. Sorry, I guess you call it more passive assertive, because instead of going to the office and complaining about the noise with my neighbors, the cigarette butts that are always on my patio ground, which my door walked right out into the backyard. They had a patio, or some patio, some deck, I don't know what you call these things. But anyways, cigarette butts are always down here, beer cans and all this other stuff always down on my side. And I always just pick it up, and then I casually say something to the neighbors, and they always deny it's theirs. So, they know that they're loud at night, and they apologize to me about it. Like, hey, sorry if we were loud last night. Sorry. Oh, it's fine. No problem. I never complained about it. But one day, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have a fuck it day. So, what I ended up doing was I took my radio and all my stuff outside on my patio during daytime hours. So there's no noise complaint to be made.
Newspapers, amazing stories from around the world.
And I played It's the Greatest Show on Earth, The Greatest Showman, and then this one right here. And I'm doing the whole Jess thing. This is the one I see. And I'm just going all out. But in the process, I'm picking up cigarette butts, I'm picking up trash, and I'm throwing them back up on top of the people's patios. So they call the police, they call the front office, say that I'm throwing trash on their decks. But I didn't just do it to my neighbors, I did it to everybody's. Like all the people who I've seen throw parties, beer cans that are coming down from the party house upstairs from another neighbor's, I'm throwing everything back up on top of their patios. Like, can you actually say I'm throwing trash on their stuff? Because if their trash is on my stuff, I didn't get in any trouble, but meanwhile, I got a noise complaint called.
I know I don't come from much, but
the police showed up.
I will take care of your daughter, and I will give her life as grand as this one.
Told me to turn down my radio. I was like, before 10 o'clock? I had a CD player. I'm old school.
She'll be back.
But,
sooner or later.
yeah, I hadn't got around to sharing that whole story with anybody.
And she'll come running back home.
I got my point across because nobody could do anything, and the cops, they just thought it was funny that cigarette butts and people's trash, the ones that live upstairs, they'll walk their trash down, or they'll leave it up top and let it drip down through the bottom and it's like in my walkway. Never complained about it. So what I did is I was just spend an entire day taking out an entire week, just taking out everybody's trash. Every time I walk my dog, or I saw somebody with their trash up on their balcony, I'd go and take it out and run it to the dumpster. It was no biggie. Didn't tell anybody about it. Just kind of did it on my own. But when the time came on my day of, let's just say, fuck it today. Actually, it was 3 days in a row. This soundtrack. Oh, and then the Holy Scripture, whenever I knew I crossed the line, I turned the Holy Scripture on there, like played Matthew talking about repenting. I'm sorry, guys. I got a little carried away because what I did was I took their trash that was dripping down on my thing, and the people that had their trash sitting outside and didn't take it to the dumpster. I threw it up in the air into the middle of the driveway or the parking lot, the drive path. So I made a huge mess all over the place. And because the office told me that their staff comes around every day and is supposed to pick up the trash outside the balconies and in the front areas. And I've seen them do it. They pick up like little bits of pieces of, like the big pieces that are very noticeable, but all this small shit they don't. And what about the turkey grease and over Thanksgiving, all the leftover food that was dripping onto my front entry door.
Yes, I see it. Thank you, Chalmers. That'll do. Sir.
I made one hell of a mess. They took me to the hospital. They said I had something wrong. I said the only thing fucking wrong is you cops keep shooting black people. Probably because you keep shooting black. You train to shoot black targets. So either you like shooting black targets or you like shooting black people.
I had your attention.
Why don't you stop shooting black targets? Maybe you stop shooting black people. Because when the cops came up, they wanted to question my sanity. I just started saying shit that they couldn't.
Typhoon sank them all.
They couldn't really come back at. They're like, well, this guy's making sense in a lot of these areas. Even when the cops were laughing and taking my side, and then they wanted me to like adjust my course of action and question my sanity, I had to turn it on to them, of course. Yeah. I had a sign-in book, said I was doing a live YouTube show. I've never recorded anything live. I didn't record any of it. I wish I had, though. No, I don't, because it was one of those special events where you just had to be there.
Oh, God. You're home early.
My neighbors, they were taking videos of the shit I was singing and dancing outside. And I was actually surprisingly sober during those 3 days.
That's what makes our life together so exciting.
But anyways.
This isn't the life I promised you.
But I have everything I want.
The songs come up at a couple other different times. On the radio during what?
Hey, you partners, look who moseyed into the corral.
I was getting hyped about something. And it came on the radio. I was like, thank you, fucking spirits. I was like, it's on. And then another time I was,
But not just any present. Oh no. The most amazing birthday present.
yeah.
This extraordinary machine was originally created by
downstairs in my
Leonardo da
aunt's
Vinci
basement.
400 years ago. But the blueprints have been lost for centuries until just last week on a stormy night when a sunken pirate
There's a
ship washed
special
up
reason,
on the shores of
sentimental
Nantucket.
thing
We
behind
found
the
skeletons
songs
and treasures, and the blueprints
played
were
down there.
recovered by none other than J.W.
In the process of going through everybody's shit that's been stacked in there for 30 fucking years. That they were just all wanting to throw away, and when I started going through it, all of a sudden became personal property. And then it all ended up getting thrown away anyways.
Happy birthday,
But whatever. Deleted those videos. I didn't, even though I had all the proof in the world to justify my actions, I deleted it.
You tell it your wishes.
First time I ever had evidence left over from one of my fucking
Even if you forget them,
events.
they're always there.
Can I tell a wish?
Step right up. Go ahead.
Something just told me just let it go.
Santa Claus.
Those videos
That is a good wish.
were meant for you.
I wish.
They're meant for this. But I did the shadow voices and
It's a good wish too.
had
What's your
talked to my shadow.
I wish.
And pretty much identify with your shadow, like straight up. everything that motherfucker says, I really want to say to you. I had already done thought it. It just took my fucking breath away when I watched that fucking video. I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, her shadow, that ain't edamame rainbow tequila sunrise or whatever it was. I was like, that's Shadow Dog. That's my guy. It was crazy how even your fucking shadow.
A million dreams of the world we're gonna make.
I don't know. All I know is I'm tired of thinking all this shit. I'm tired of seeing all this shit. I'm trying to do all this shit. Everything I've done for so long has just been completely in secret. I guess now I'm just gonna start making videos of the shit I do, bragging, and start posting it. Do what white people do. Hey, no. God made me white. Just the other day, but not gonna go into that. I got my white clothes. God made me a white person. I can start telling people what to do. Live your fucking life.
Risky and somewhat bizarre. It's a good bet, is what it
That's
is.
all I.
Sure,
That's
people don't want to
what
admit
I
it.
tell people to do.
But they're
Just
fascinated
live your
with the
life.
exotic and the macabre.
Just
That's why they
yours.
stare at it.
As soon as you start telling people what to do, you're trying to tell other people how to live their life. Just live your life.
Of course,
Just
I
yours.
wouldn't suggest otherwise. The deed entitled to
Don't
my
watch out for
entire
that.
flotilla of
Watch
trading
out for
vessels.
that little phrasing when you start saying, "Can you hand me
Why
that?"
would a bank
Nope.
loan us $10,000?
You're trying to tell them how to live their life. Serving you, handing you shit.
South China Seas.
Don't tell people to do things. Don't ask you for
In the
anything.
South China Seas.
Don't do
And
it.
what did we buy with this loan?
If you ask anybody for anything, I think now I'm talking to myself. Yeah. Ask anything from anybody. Be
A place
prepared
to be
to give
transported.
them
A place
so
where
much
people
more
can
in
see
return.
things they've never seen before.
Wax figures?
But
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah, they're all the
I
rage
think
in
I might
Europe.
actually do a little shadow
Marie Antoinette with
video
the sore
here
throat. Napoleon.
soon.
Come here.
I guess it'll be my
See?
first one
You've already met some of the most famous folks
since
in history.
the basement,
But they're not all wax.
where I
This
did a whole bunch.
is the
I do that
great
shit all the time.
O'Malley,
Me and
master
the
of sleight
gang,
of
we
hand, a
get
king of
together,
deception.
and shit goes down. I got
I'm a thief.
shadows, I got spirits, I got demons,
See? Not just any
I got
elephant.
kids, I
Real
got
nice, say the
old
word.
grumpy old
Oh,
farts.
yeah, this is a 10-ton
I got
bull straight from the
whales,
plains of
dolphins,
Africa. And
Wolfman, Beast Dog, Shadow Dog.
tallest giraffe in the world.
Can I climb up its leg?
Absolutely not.
I don't understand how Robin Williams did it, but I do it every day.
If you didn't, I'd be worried.
Not every day.
It just needs a little work. But
I can't
The loan
make
has to
the
be
shit
paid
up.
back
It just
in
kind of
a
comes and it just kind of reverses when it does happen. So hopefully one of these days I'll get in a real goof mood or get really depressed or get overly excited or waver my emotions in such a flex that it needs to be altered.
Welcome to the Barnum Museum.
And that's when God comes and talks to me. Because the shit that comes up in those conversations cannot be pre-planned, foreseen, or understood. They truly are remarkable conversations that happen. And they help me in such a way that it's like I went to a spiritual guidance counselor or a lifelong family friend who was able to see an angle and perspective in my life or a situation that I went through, and then give me that little sliver piece of advice in that exact moment when I'm feeling that way. But it's me doing it. The things that I can do for other people, it's like I do it for myself, but it's like I've been able to compartmentalize and keep parts of my consciousness away from me, so it allows me to enjoy this sense of peace, but have conflict unresolved with a solution to manifest at any time it is warranted. But it's only during times when I'm out of answers or I'm bored
That's a big word.
and I need an adventure.
Something
But
that isn't stuffed.
hey,
A mermaid.
you know,
Or a unicorn.
People just think I hear voices and
Aren't real.
I'm schizophrenic and
Mermaids
shit.
aren't real
But
either.
we do this shit all day, every day. He just doesn't listen. He just goes about his way. He has fun. We talk shit behind his back. We go all day. This guy, no. He thinks he's by himself. He says I and I and I and I and I. This guy. He's not us. We us.
You must be Gertrude's friend.
And we are us.
I'm looking for
We are
your
all.
son.
I don't have a son.
But
The
when he
hospital
is
record
I,
says you do. Charles, right? Age
we
22.
become wee-wee. And
Charles! Charles!
wee-wee. Sit back and drink tea. And just whistle. And watch. And wait for him to fuck up.
PT Bar, at your service.
So wee-wee
I am
for
putting
one
together a
more
show,
time.
and I need a star.
In time.
You want people to
To
laugh.
come us. To
Well,
talk
I'm
to
laughing
him.
anyway, kids. Might
Who
as well
is
get
us. Who acts like an eye. Who is not. Who is not.
paid. I see a soldier, no, a general, riding across the stage with a sword and a gun.
But just a man.
In the most beautiful uniform
no
ever
plan.
made. People will come from all over the world, and when they see him, they won't laugh.
See, that's my guy. That's just my Russian. He's with them.
They'll
But
see.
since he's only with him because I can't be him all the time. But I just gotta get in a little froggy mood.
How's it looking, girls?
I just need to watch this movie. And then we'll do a night video,
Hey, you looking for freaks?
maybe.
I know where you can find
I
one.
don't know. If I plan to do it, that's me. If I don't plan to do it, then that's God.
Come on, girls.
Like, God sent fucking, whatever the fucking Russian's name is,
Hello.
out here
Sir, you should be
just
here.
now.
Sorry, I was doing that singing.
Just to
It's you, isn't it?
show, just a little
Sir,
foreshadowing.
I have to ask you to leave.
To let me know
So talented, blessed,
that shit will be done.
extraordinary,
Just like it was done.
unique. I would even
Ever
say
so naturally. Ever past.
Sir,
And I don't have to worry about it.
Please leave me alone.
But I'm gonna get back to my movie.